In this video, I'll be showing a couple of different neon signs that were used to promote various game consoles. The first of which is for the PlayStation 2. I believe this was manufactured back around 2002 or so. I could be wrong, but these were sent out to game stores, as I said, to advertise that particular store had games and consoles available for that platform, and this was for the PlayStation 2. It's in pretty good shape, just needed some cleaning really, yeah, unfortunately they don't make as many of these as they used to. There are a lot of LEDs and things like that now, if they even make them. Next piece is a clock, actually, made for Nintendo to promote the Game Boy Advance SP. If you look closely in the middle, you can kind of see an outline of the Game Boy Advance SP silver model. These again were sent out to various retailers to advertise the platform. I'm not sure how common this was. I never saw this myself. Unlike the PlayStation 2 and a couple of the other lights that I'll show in a moment, I never saw these in any game store, so I'm not sure how common they were, but it's from Nintendo for the Game Boy Advance SP. Next one is for the Nintendo DS. These were fairly common, I believe. Of course, they were sent out to advertise the Nintendo DS platform. It's hard to tell, but the bottom square is actually blue, while the rest of the sign is white. They probably used a powder on the inside to change the color of the light, but I couldn't say for sure on that. It's a beautiful piece. It's very bright, well made, so it's very nice. These ones were very common. This is produced for Microsoft to advertise the Xbox 360. This particular sign was manufactured in 2005, which was the same year the console was released, if I'm not mistaken. These were very common. I remember seeing these in GameStops and similar retailers like EB Games and places like that back in the day. So they're not too difficult to get a hold of if you're interested in them. I did have to add a little keychain to the drawstring because it was basically non-existent, so I added that. Actually, there was a separate piece that was attached to the back, which I removed. It just had the Xbox 360 logo on it, but it covered up kind of the insides, the electronics behind the neon sign. I just removed it to kind of get as much, get the sign as close to the wall as I possibly could. And then lastly, this sign is for the original Xbox. This sign is a little different than the others because the neon on the inside is actually white. But the plastic sign in the front is green, so it does highlight as green. But if you take a look inside, you can see that the light is actually white. So, but nonetheless, it is still a very cool sign. Was definitely lucky to get a hold of this one. I definitely don't see these commonly at all. In fact, I've only seen this one available, and I snagged it as quick as I could. I have seen a couple of other variations. I've seen one that's kind of just a square with the X logo on it, but I think that was in Germany. But anyway, it's a nice sign. Definitely enjoying displaying it. But yeah, that's it. Those are the neon signs that I was able to procure. Just wanted to display those. They're great. They're an excellent source of light. Neon is actually fairly efficient. It's not quite as efficient as LEDs, but it is a lot more efficient than incandescent and halogen bulbs. And they do put off a fair amount of heat. It's not super significant, especially if it's just one sign, but when you do have multiple signs on, you can definitely feel the difference after a while. which is actually kind of nice when it's cold. You don't have to run the heater as much. You can just turn on the lights and the neon signs in the game room or wherever you're playing. But in the summer, it can be uncomfortable when you have them all on. So I typically don't have them all on, maybe unless I'm having guests over or if it's very cold, like I said. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.